Well, welcome to my top 10 RC cars under $400 for Christmas 2019. Now this price point is where things get really interesting. Now number 1 on my list is the Traxxas Vortec 2.0 VXL. Note that whilst it's ready to run, it doesn't come with a body, nor does it come with batteries and chargers, but it does come in at a quite reasonable $349.95. I put this at number 1 on my list as with very little effort indeed you can have this thing up well into the high 90s, if not over the 100 mph mark. Lots of mods available for it out there. Spares availability, being a Traxxas, is pretty good. I'll link to it below the video if anyone is interested. Well, at number 2, yours truly does like to throw in that curveball. In here we have the double E101 1/8 scale crawler. In here, it's a fully scale replica of the Land Rover Defender, much the same way as the T-Rex 4 is. However, this one, as you will see, has a fully scale interior. Notice all 4 doors opening on the thing. So for the scale, and trial goes out, look at that detail on that thing. It is absolutely stunning, I should imagine. In reality, chassis layout there, and sorry, not got a picture from above there, boys and girls. And whilst you can get it in the orange, you can also get it in the classic Land Rover green colour as well. Coming down to spec, the only light point on it, I would say, 7.4 volt, 1500 milliamp battery. So you would definitely be wanting to put something larger in that if you're going out crawling. Weight 5.5 kilos, so you're definitely going to want a bigger battery than the stock one it comes with on there. But it does come with everything included: RC car, transmitter and charger. Now, bit more about the tech spec on it: 50-degree approach angle, 60-degree decline angle, 45 degrees under the centre. Doesn't give the total ground clearance on there, which is a shame. 45-degree turning angle on their steering servo. But at $319, 1/8 scale crawler, gotta be worth a chance, boys and girls. Well, at number 3 in our top 10 cars under $400 this Christmas 2019 has to be the Alma Great Forrest BLX brushless stunt truck. I love my 6S Notorious, and basically that's the same as the 6S Outcast, is under the skin. Lots of my friends have these. I've test driven one. I can highly recommend this. Great value at the minute, down from $399 to $3,599. It features a BLX 120 brushless ESC, 2400 kV brushless motor, and the ESC is fitted with dual EC5 connectors for using 2 2S LiPo packs. Now the only one thing I would say that goes against it is it isn't what they call all metal drivetrain like a lot of the Almas are. This has plastic differentials both front and rear. That is something you do need to be aware of, and is that Forest power going to make through them. I will leave you to make up your own mind on that one, people. We have the Traxxas Rustler 4x4 VXL. I've owned one of these at quite some extent. A lot of people ask me why I didn't buy the Alma Outcast 4x4. The Rustler is just so much fun. Stuck out of the box, it's untrue. I would point out the Rustler does the 60 mph plus top speed on 3S versus the Outcast 50 mph speed on 4S on there. Arguably, to my mind, this handles the better out of the two. Likewise, anything goes wrong with this car, then you should be able to get hold of somebody from Traxxas on the phone within a couple of minutes, whereas with Horizon Hobby and the Outcast you may have a little bit longer wait. And I'm not going to hide that fact from you, but it is something you might want to take into account, is the customer service you're buying with this car. Well, if you don't quite have the budget for a Traxxas Rustler 4x4 VXL, may I introduce the VCar Racing Bison V3, 100 kilometers an hour, straight out of the box, brushless. That equates to about 62 miles an hour. Yours for $319. Let's have a scan. Oh, metal chassis on there. Now, whilst we may have a metal chassis, which you would appreciate at this price point, you've also got a dust bag covering over all the electronics on here. And with that wheelie bar at the back, it does look as though it's designed for some serious fun. And at this price point, I did think it was a worthy comparison to the Traxxas Rustler 4x4 BXL. Link to it below the video. If you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. And at number 6 we have the Traxxas 4x4 VXL, and at this price point I make absolutely no apologies for putting this in here, because Traxxas crushing it at this kind of price point. $379.95, 3S on here. This thing can do like 60-65 miles an hour pretty much straight out of the box. When choosing these cars, I did choose them with the title in mind: top 10 RC cars under $400 for Christmas 2019. This is a proven, reliable platform, spares readily available, and excellent customer service support. When you telephone them, you can get through it in as little as 30 seconds. Other companies could learn somewhat from that. And once again, I would point out, if you've got a problem with the car, you phone Traxxas, takes you about 30-45 seconds to get through to a human being. And to my mind, if anything goes wrong over the Christmas period, that is a price well worth paying for that level of support. Okay, time for Richie to throw another curveball. Team Associated Pro SC10. Now, this is a team edition, which you will note includes a battery and charger. You can pick this up for $299 without the battery and charger. Two-wheel drive, short course truck, team associated, so you get all the great steering geometry, everything in there. Now, it mentioned this comes with DVC, dynamic vehicle control. But what else is there to like about this? You've got a 3,300 kV brushless motor. Now, two-wheel drive, great power to weight ratio. Speaking of that lightweight, less than 2 kilos on here. So with that 3,300 kV motor, this thing should absolutely motor along. So it's worthy of inclusion at this price point. Lots of adjustability. Team Associated, great name to stand by. Well, for those of you I thought I was just a Traxxas fanboy, not a bit of it. I just love RC cars, and the whole RC car world would be a better place if you just loved RC cars, not one particular brand. So, at number 8 we have the Alma Great and Forrest BLX, the ultimate basher. The new 8S version, I'm not going to be buying, guys. That will be coming up in a future video as to why I'm not going to be buying that. I did debate it long hard. I had 2 of them on order. I have cancelled both orders. However, that said, I do like the Alma Great and 4S. I've driven one, bashed around with it with friends on that. Absolutely excellent car. Now, this car started with the 3S platform. The only weak point I would say would be the plastic differentials in here. Don't buy this, as I said with the outcast, thinking this is all metal drivetrain. This does have plastic differentials in there. Now, people have given me a hammering of this, the Traxxas Max, and they said, oh, the Traxxas Max doesn't have a steel spur gear like the Alma Great does the 4S version. This has plastic differentials. The Traxxas Max has steel differentials. So swings and roundabouts on that one, guys, but $359, you could maybe upgrade to that, provided somebody did the upgrade differentials in steel for it, which at this point they do not do. Well, at number 9 we have the DHK Hobby Optimus XL electric buggy. So what is there to like about this? It's just one other 8-scale buggy, isn't it? Really? Yeah. Until you zoom in closely on this picture. Spot it yet? Maybe not. Where's the motor laid out? The ESC is at the back of the car here. The motor is mid-mounted. See the spur gear there? So pretty much the same layout as on your Armour buggies like a Typhon. Something like that on it. So the weight distribution is hugely in favour of this car. To my mind, that screams a lot out about the design of this car. And as I say, $349 versus like $479 for a Typhon. Got to be worth a look. Full metal chassis, pretty much the same as the Almas are. 2S 3200mm LiPo included with it. Threaded aluminum shocks. So all in all, there is a lot to like about the DHK Hobby 4-wheel drive buggy Optimus XL. What possibly could be at number 10. Well, there's only one choice, isn't there, really? And at number 10 of our top 10 RC cars under $400, it simply had to be the Alma Limitless. Now, I will ignore its street bash name, as this is most definitely a street run car, not one for taking out for a bash. Now, whilst it's not a kit, it is a rolling chassis. You will need to provide all the electronics for the car: motor, ESC, radio, battery, charger, etc, etc. Now, I will say, this has the same tyres as the Arm Fraction, which smoke and drift like crazy. with this bodywork on, pushes those tyres into the ground to grip like crazy so they don't drift, don't smoke, etc, etc. Even just fitting a 6S setup to this car with the right gearing, it can see it well on its way to over 100 miles an hour. With an 8S setup, you're looking at 120 plus miles an hour on there. Well, I'll put a link to the Limitless below this video. I hope you enjoyed that top 10 RC cars under $400 for Christmas 2019. A lot to think about on there. The one thing I would say is do think about what level of customer service the companies are providing for your money, as it's not a lot of fun buying the best car in the world if it takes you 90 minutes to get through to speak to someone. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.